Carson, you did beat some pretty impressive guys here this week. Was it just your week, or was it something else?
You know, I always believe that, you know, sometimes you have bad days, sometimes you have good days. I definitely felt like I had 3 pretty solid days, but I also feel like it's a lot about just your training and preparation and making sure you're doing everything right and not slacking off, and just consistency is a big one. You know, a lot of people, they get good and they fall off, and the consistency, they stop doing what they've been doing to get to where they are. And so that's probably the biggest thing.
Did you anticipate that the match would be in a situation where you could get a tech fall? I mean, this kid's not only talented, highly regarded, but having a good tournament as well.
Yeah, well, you know, I always believed in myself. I always believed that, you know, you can get those matches, but you never know going in. I think the biggest thing was just looking for action, looking to wrestle, and not trying to hold it close, because that's how you get yourself in trouble if you try and win the match off keeping it tight and not giving it all you got. So I just went out, gave it all I had, and that's how it ended.
You just said something to Willie about wanting it to be freestyle for that other event this fall and that type of thing. Is this because freestyle is your style?
No, I just think I like freestyle a little more, especially with my dad being from Abkhazia. So I've been doing it like since I've been real little. I did it before folk style even, so I just like it more.
So yeah, you got invited to Who's Number One. Is that you gonna go?
I think so. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go.
So Ohio just got, you're the 101 winner
I just
ever
learned
for
about
Ohio,
that.
right?
Yeah.
So they broke century tonight.
That's
How does it
pretty
feel
awesome
to be part of the guys that put them over? I mean, you guys had a really good final already.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. We had a great group of guys that came up here. Our training camp was great, you know, staying with the guys in the dorms. It was awesome. So.
What are your thoughts on the college process, the recruiting process now? Because you're not committed, right?
No, I'm not committed.
Do you have any idea what your thoughts are?
I mean, I have some choices, narrowing down for official decisions. You know, it's definitely awesome to come out here and see coaches looking at you at this tournament and other tournaments too.
Well, because one reason, because you had mentioned your love for freestyle.
Yeah.
Would you bypass college to work just simply on this?
I'm not sure. It kind of depends on, I guess, how I feel and what I'm really looking for. But right now, I do plan to wrestle in college, so I'm excited for that too. You know, because college is like well, like right now with the new back points rules and everything else going on, it's almost like an entirely separate thing from folk style. So I'm definitely looking forward to all of it. So.
So your dad was from Abkhazia.
Yeah.
That's where Dennis Sargush is from.
Yeah.
You follow the international scene pretty closely to keep up with all the Caucasus Mountains has obviously produced tons of international grades.
Yeah, I'm not the best with keeping up in it, but I try to as much as I can, and you know, just I really like watching like the Europeans and Asians wrestle, just because they have so much of like a feeling for the sport, and it's not really about thinking, where you do need to think, but it's more like they just feel it, you know. That's why you get like these crazy throws and flips and all that.
You try to learn from those, what you see, and apply them here in the States and different, all the different tournaments, folk style and free?
Yeah, well, sometimes I'm not the best at applying certain moves and in tournaments, because I'm kind of, I guess I just kind of want to go out there and score points, but the moves that we do see and stuff, go back into the club or practice room and try those. And sometimes we have just days where that's all we do, and we just try and hit crazy moves. And so that really helps with like the fun factor of wrestling, you know, because sometimes it gets not fun. But yeah, so it's awesome.
Sure.
So your dad, is it Miran?
Yeah, Miran.
No,
yeah.
he went as Kharchla when he was wrestling.
Yeah.
So how did you become Kharchla?
So when he came over here from the States, or from the Soviet Union, he was on the Russian national team.
Right.
But his home country wasn't like recognized as a country yet, and so on his passport he had one side, and that was his home country side, and the other side was the Russian side, how it was all controlled by them. And so America didn't recognize his home country as a nation yet, and so they took his Russian translation of my last name, which is how you get it longer a little bit.
Right.
And he said, well, my name isn't spelled right, and
So they fixed it with you.
Yeah, they said basically you can name your kids the right way. So yeah, long story short, yeah.
Well, Miron's a great guy. I'm sure he's real proud of you, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.